It's 30 minutes long. So.
What is this thing? You want me to put this on
Don't put it on there.
Put it in the pocket.
Normally when he's wearing these shoes, I kick leaves all over.
He kicks them all over me too.
Well, I used to be a cowboy down in southern Arizona. Used to ride along the border on an old Appaloosa, mending all the broken fences so the cattle don't stray. All down Mexico way. Now there was a senior who lived down in Sonora, and they used to go and see her when they was working on the border. Bring her little presents so her eyes would shine. All trying to make her mine, but she had an evil brother by the name of Frederico. Everybody knew that Freddie was a bad bandito. He was wanted by the sheriff for breaking all the laws, only just because he had robbed all the stages that he stole from the banks. So when he go into 15 to see what really get tanked, pull out both his pistols and he fire them in the air. Oh, everybody gets scared because old Freddie had a habit when he's drinking at the bar. He liked to dance the cucaracha to the music of guitars. Everybody had to join him or he'd shoot him in the head. Oh, until they was dead one sunny day, and you know, I was having me a party. It was hot enough to vaporize the sweat off of my body. I had just finished pouring me a giant glass of gin. Oh, when evil Freddie walked in, he'd been riding real hard, trying to outrun the posse. He was hot and he was sweaty, he was acting real bossy. Drew his liquor store, then he stuck it in my ear. Oh, and then he said real clear, "You'll be with my little sister to make me very mad. She's the only hermanita that Homer's ever had. So you better say your prayers for the man up in the sky. Cause you're going to die. But before I shoot you, I'm gonna drink this glass of water." I just didn't have the heart to say I didn't think he ought to. So he grabbed a glass of gin and then he chugged it down. Oh, and then his eyes spun around. He was coughing, he was wheezing, he was trying hard to breathe. He dropped his pistol on the table when he stumbled to his knees. I picked it up and turned around and gave his head a clout. Oh, and evil Freddie passed out when the sheriff and his posse finally stumbled through the door. Well, I was standing over Freddie, who was unconscious on the floor, and so we took some rope and tied up both his hands and his feet. Oh, and then the sheriff gave a speech. He said, "Cowboy, listen to me, before you done your country proud. You have captured that bandito who was ugly, mean, and loud. Now tonight we'll all be thanking both you and the Lord. Oh, about the reward. Now I'm around with Randy and I'm living pretty high. I got evil Freddie's little sister, she's the apple of my eye. You know, we got a dozen children and we're happy as can be. Oh, now about evil Freddie, well, they put him out of prisoner, so they let him out early. He had found himself religion and he saw his life were clearly, but he didn't want to work around to anybody else. Oh, he had to be by himself, so I hired him as the cowboy up in southern Arizona, where he rides along the border on an old Appaloosa, mending all the broken fences so my cattle don't stray. On to the USA. I don't know why.
All right, we have Mike Campbell there as the guest of Larry Mayweather. How about that? He had more words in that one song than I have in all the songs I've ever written.
Usually I work up to that. You know, it's fun.
And if you didn't like it that way, he's perfectly capable of doing it.
Thank you. Now I'd like to invite a very special guest to come up. I met this guy and his lovely wife a couple of years ago at festivals, Barberville I think it was. No, the very first one was Sarasota. Sarasota Festival. And they're from Alaska, and he has lots of fun tunes, and I just love this guy's stuff. So when I saw he was here today, I was like, oh, would you come and do a song with us? Cool. So he graciously said he would.
I get this little tiny.
Oh yeah, he's a little bigger than me. Whoops.
I'm going to have to get bigger friends, that's all.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Campbell.
Never mind, I'm here.
Uh-oh, call the bouncer. Oh.
I write a lot of love songs. Earlier I sang a song about my love for Mexican banditos. This is for my love of beer. I went to the pub after working all day and ordered a cold Guinness stout. But the yuppies were chatting so thick on their cell phones, the barman did not hear me shout. He He brought me a glass and a bottle of Bud and set them down in front of me. Well, I coughed and I sputtered in pure disbelief and sang out this chorus with glee. Oh, put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale. It's not the right flavor for me. The color's all wrong and there's not enough foam and it's got all the kick of weak tea. Now pour me a pint of that good Guinness stout with buddy you cannot see through. Put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale, boys, and pour me a beer that is true. Last section. And the waitress came by when I finished my first one, an angry young woman named Jill. She snatched up my empty without even looking and went off to find a refill. And she brought back a glass of some pale liquid garbage and said, "Here's the Bud you asked for." Well, I gave her a glare that would knock down a horse and sang out this chorus once more. Oh, put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale. It's not the right flavor for me. The color's all wrong and there's not enough foam and it's got all the kick of weak tea. Weak tea! Now pour me a pint of that good Guinness stout with color you cannot see through. Put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale, boys, and pour me a beer that is true. So if ever you're seeking a beer with good flavor to finish your day or your meal, if they serve you a Miller's, a Coors, or a Bud, or some other brand that ain't real, if the king of beers is your only selection, I hope you will answer like this. Put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale, boys. I won't drink 12 ounces of that lousy beer. Put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale. It's not the right flavor for me. The color's all wrong and there's not enough foam and it's got all the kick of weak tea. Weak tea! Now pour me a pint of that good Guinness stout with color you cannot see through. Put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale, boys, and pour me a beer that is true. Put that Budweiser back in the Clydesdale, boys, and pour me a beer that is, pour me a beer that is, pour me a beer that is true. Thank you for having me up here for one song, Jen.
Isn't that great?
I love that song.